Greetings, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and join the membership of this channel to have access to perks. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Biafrans all over the world, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your time zone. I greet you from my location. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama be your guide. May Chukwu Okike Abiama be with you. Biafrans all over the world, you are welcome to once again another broadcast, a very quick one, because it is imperative, it's very, very important that we will keep you abreast of what is happening in the Biafran liberation movement. Welcome, 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 fellow Biafrans all over the world. I welcome you, Oduduwa. I welcome you, Ambazonians. I welcome you, Nigerians. You are welcome, fellow Biafrans. You are welcome. What is happening in your zone? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Today is the 5th day of June 2023. As a matter of fact, today in Biafra land was total lockdown. A total lockdown. 100% compliance by Biafrans all over the world. Biafrans all over the world, they are supporting the sit-at-home in Biafran territory. So in Biafran territory today, it was 100% compliance for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Today is sit at home, and our people are sitting at home in compliance of the directive by the Biafran Republic government in exile, our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, telling Biafrans on what they need to do for the freedom of their leader. As a matter of fact, sit at home is a means used to agitate or as a civil disobedience to the government, to tell the government that we are no longer comfortable with your leadership or your presence in our zone, that we want to take over our territory. That is why Biafrans all over the world are supporting sit at home. Today, as a matter of fact, in Biafra land, it was a lockdown. The news is there. You know, 2 days ago, the Enugu, the newly, do I call it a newly elected? He was never elected. The number of people who casted their vote was not up to 20%. So he was never elected, but the selected governor of Enugu State, Mr. Mba, he threatened Biafrans that they should stop sitting at home for the release of their leader. But today, Biafrans demonstrated to him that Enugu State belongs to the Biafran people and not any selected governor. So today, Biafrans demonstrated that resolve to sit at home. And we really thank Biafrans who sat at home. We congratulate ourselves for a job well done. As you are aware, our Prime Minister also tweeted that Mr. Mba has been disgraced today because he made a lot of mouth that he will enforce sit at home. Nobody should sit at home. Even he himself was sitting at home. That's the irony of it all. The governor sat at home, But he was telling his, those who is about to govern, or those who is governing, to come out and go on their normal duties. But he himself was sitting at home. The Biafran Liberation Army even posted a video of a government of the Enugu State government house where everywhere was deserted. But that is a food for thought. That's a discussion for another day. Today, I want all obedience, new Nigerians, those who want to be part of Nigeria, to join me in this broadcast. If you are a Nigerian, if you are a Biafran obedient, or a Biafran APC member, or a Biafran PDP member, no matter the party you belong to in Nigeria, but in as much as you want one Nigeria and you are a Biafran, join me. Let us talk about your failures and your achievements as a Biafran. I can see Uzoma, you're welcome. Uzoma Michael, you're welcome, you're watching. Thank you for joining. My brothers, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. Here is a Biafran platform. We want to talk about a lot of things. Here is a Biafran platform. I'm a proud Biafran. Most of you are not proud of where you are coming from. Most of you are afraid to call yourselves Biafrans. But me, I'm a proud Biafran. My family, all of us are Biafrans. So we don't hide where we come from. Okay? Chimezie, you're welcome. Ukebu. We don't hide where we are coming from. Anene, Ebenezer, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you are afraid to call yourself a Biafran, then you are not a Biafran. As a matter of fact, Biafrans are bold, we are courageous, we are fearless. We are fearless. Wherever we are fearless. So we show ourselves. We are consistent in whatever we are doing. So if you are a Biafran and you are not proud to recognize and to acknowledge the fact that you are Biafran wherever you are, then you are not a Biafran. So I welcome all Biafrans, Biafran Nigerians, you are welcome. Biafran Obedients, you are welcome. Biafran Autopilot, the winning team. Follow those who know road. The autopiloted IPOB under the leadership of Ohamadikewa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are welcome to this broadcast. Because you are the people, the autopiloted IPOB are the people who are making things happen in Biafran land. We are the one keeping the spirit burning. We are the one creating that awareness that our leader is still in detention. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Biafran Republic government in exile are doing us proud. So you are welcome as a Biafran. But today, when you look at the topic there, I want to talk about the obedient failures. The obedient failures. After the obedient have failed, what next? Then you have Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and the Biafran Republic government in exile. Obedient, if you are an obedient, after that Obi has failed you, after Nigeria failed to give Obi the president, what is your next line of action? What next as a Biafran? After Peter Obi came to contest for the president of Nigeria, and most people who were following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to shout Biafra, Biafra, oh hey Biafra. But immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Obi emerged to contest for the president of Nigeria. most people who were following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now jumped ship, followed Obi, followed the Obidient movement, followed the Nigerian government, followed the election to change Nigeria. After your failure, I want to ask you, what next? After your failure, what next? After your failure, what next? Now that you have failed, now that you have failed to install Obi as the president of Nigeria, you voted, your vote never counted, they gave it to Tinubu, you are going to court, you are still in court. What next? Because eventually the court will also fail you. Then what next? If you are a Biafran, you should be proud to be a Biafran. If you are fighting for freedom, you should be proud enough to be consistent in your fight towards your freedom. The Obidient movement came to disrupt the journey of Biafran restoration. A lot of people fell by the wayside, thinking that the emergence of Obi, of course, Obi is our brother. There's no doubt about that. Okay? But for the fact that we know Nigeria, what Nigeria is all about, as against Biafrans, for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a lot of prophecies, and the prophecies of our leader has always come to pass. In one of the prophecies, he told me that we should look around what is happening in Nigeria. That with what is happening in Nigeria, every security apparatus, every position of authority in Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis. And the Fulanis had an Islamic agenda to Islamize you, to Islamize me, to take over our land and turn it to their ancestral land. They want to drive us away from our ancestral land, just like they have driven people from Benue. For the fact that they have that agenda, it will be very impossible for them to elect somebody who will not have that agenda with them to be the president of Nigeria. We saw it. The prophecies have come to pass. But we cannot go against the prophecy of our leader, because our leader had made it very clear that it is very, very impossible, practically impossible, for any Igbo man to be the president of Nigeria. We saw the light in what he's saying, we saw the light in the prophecies, because all other prophecies have come to pass. We followed that line. We created that awareness. We told our people that it will be very, very impossible for Peter Obi, no matter how good he is, or his goodwill, that it will be practically impossible for Nigerians to accept him to be the president. That even if he wins, they will never accept him to be the president. Brgie e 15.
Sim, paguei 15.
Diz ela para levar. Quero quanto?
Paguei uma cena. Ok.
Sorry, that was an interruption. And so I'm sorry about that. So what I'm saying, we follow the prophecies of our leader. And the prophecies of our leader have not disappointed. We saw what Nigeria portend for an Igbo man. We told you as an obedient, as a Biafran, who is looking for his freedom. You know one thing that baffles me about most of us who say they are Biafrans? If you ask them, you want one Nigeria? He say yes. You don't want Biafra? He say, I want to Biafra. But this, but that, they give you some flimsy excuses that doesn't make any sense. You ask them, how can you be a Biafran? You need freedom. You want Biafra. Now you are talking of Nigeria. You want Nigeria. You can't eat your cake and as well have it. You cannot be here and there at the same time. It is either you are a Nigerian, you are support a new Nigeria, or you are a Biafran who wants the restoration of Biafra. Okay? There's no two ways about that. It's either you support the liberation of your people, the restoration of Biafra, or you support the emergence of your new Nigeria, which can never happen. New Nigeria is practically impossible. So we told most of our brothers who are obedient, who said, oh, that Peter Obi is going to win, that they will defend their vote, and Peter Obi will be installed as the president of Nigeria, and that Peter Obi will change the status quo in Nigeria. Okay. Most of my friends, I called them, I gave them instances, because we are not into propaganda. We give you facts and figures. Why Obi will never be the president of Nigeria? Not because we hate him, but Nigeria is already subjected to Islamization. And since Peter Obi is a Christian, they cannot allow a Christian to be the president. Why they want to Islamize you? How does that work? For Islamization to be possible in Nigeria, a Muslim candidate has to emerge as a president. Okay? So that is why Peter Obi can never be accepted to be the president of Nigeria, because he is an Igbo man. If Nigeria hated you to the extent that they declared war against our people in 1967, and the whole world joined Nigeria to fight Biafra in 1967 to 1970 for 3 good years, they were fighting to destroy every one of us. They were fighting to kill you, to kill me, so that no male after the war will be alive in Biafran land. They tried all their possible best to exterminate us from the face of the earth. But unfortunately, they could not succeed. How do you think that such people who up till today, all their actions are geared towards the destruction of an Igbo man? How do you think that such people or such race or such government will allow you, that same Igbo man they want killed, they want you to be exterminated from the face of the earth? How then would they allow you to come and be the president of such country? These are some of the things we saw, and we said that it is not possible for an Igbo man to be the president of Nigeria. We called some of our brothers who are obedient, we spoke to them, we gave them the processes that Islamization agenda has taken Nigeria, that it is practically impossible for them to now come back and say, okay, Igbo man, go and rule us. go and be our president. As a matter of fact, the reason why every security apparatus in Nigeria is headed by Fulani during the Buhari regime was because of this Islamization agenda. The reason why herdsmen were killing people in Benue, in Southeast, before the establishment of Eastern Security Network is because of the Islamization agenda. Because our leader told us, or if you will recall, the only religion on earth that have not stopped growing is Islam. And Islam don't grow through how Christianity grows. No, you know, in Christianity they come to you, they preach to you, they want to convert you. They want to prove to you that, oh yes, God exists, that when you join God, when you come to them, that all your problem will be solved and all the rest of it. That is how Christians convert people into Christianity. But in Islam, they convert you through terrorism, through intimidation, by force, whether you like it or you don't like it. That is how Islam continues to grow. As a matter of fact, when they invade, they conquer you, they bring their religion to you. That is exactly how they conquered the Hausa tribe in the northern Nigeria. They use force, they use terrorism, they use intimidation, they use killings to subdue people into believing on their religion. So Islam is the only religion that have not stopped growing. It's the fastest growing religion on earth. And they grow their religion through terrorism, through conquering, through fear. They intimidate you into believing on their religion. So as a matter of fact, Islamization is a tool they want to use to conquer us, to subdue us into accepting Islam. And how can you be in a Nigeria, a supposedly secular state, and people are invading your communities to kill you, to drive you away from your ancestral land and take over the land? Osadin Machiko, you are welcome. So as a matter of fact, we told our brothers who are obedient, who are supporting P2B, we told them, look, these people have an agenda. These people want to conquer us. They can never allow P2B to be the president of Nigeria. The signs are there. Okay? We explain to them, we try to bring them to the knowledge of the fact that P2B is a good man to some extent, right? We accept that. He's not a messiah. He's not faultless. He has his own faults. But considering the candidates that came out to contest for the president, P2B is the best among them. Okay? But for the fact that the Fulanis are the owners of Nigeria, yes, they are the owners of Nigeria. There is no two ways about it. We can, if you debate it from now till next tomorrow, they are still the owners because they are in charge. As a matter of fact, before you can come out to contest for any position in Nigeria, you have to go to the north to at least place an allegiance, because before they can give you a go-ahead to contest for the election. So they are the owners of Nigeria. They decide what happens. That is why you, as an Igbo man, you have no say. You have no say. So we looked at all these things from history. It has already proven to us that Igbo man can never be accepted into the Nigerian polity. We spoke to our brothers and said it is not possible. It is practically impossible for P2B to go in. They said no, they are going. And if you see baka. Most of them refused to listen. Most of them refused to adhere. They called us names, they blackmailed us, they carried a lot of propaganda against our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, against the Biafran Republic government in what we are doing, creating awareness, something that will set you free. As a matter of fact, you are a slave in your own country, but we are giving you what will set you free. The worst of Biafra, let me tell you, the worst of Biafra will be the best of Nigeria. If you don't know it today. Because most of you say, oh, if that Biafra come now, is it not how we are going to kill ourselves? We are going to do this? Is this how you are going to get your Biafra? My brothers or my sister, wherever you are watching, the worst of Biafra will be the best of Nigeria. Because Biafrans, we don't believe in terrorism. We don't kill our own. We love life. Okay? But the Fulanis don't love life. They will subject you, they will terrorize you, they will invade your community, they will kill you, they will rape and they will destroy you. It doesn't matter who you are. They have a president who will cover them. Okay? The army chief is from Fulani, the police chief is from Fulani, the air force is from Fulani. So where are you going to make that noise that will make an outsider to come and listen to you? Whereas all the security apparatus have been taken over by the Fulani. Does it make sense? It doesn't matter. So we told obedience. Most of you refuse to listen to us. Today, what can you say? What next now that you have failed? Obedient, I'm asking you, what next now that you have failed? Now that what we went into was a fruitless search, a wild goose chase, because it never gave you any result, any positive result. Now, Great Chris, you are welcome. I can see you're watching from your location. Thank you for joining me. Now that Obedience have failed, now that you as a Biafran who supported Nigerian election, now that you want Peter Obi to be president and Peter Obi was never allowed to be president, you can see it. What is your next line of action? Some of you will be saying, oh, we are still in court. The court is going to overturn. The court can never overturn anything. Tinubu have been sworn in as your president. America have recognized Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. UK have recognized Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. Most of the countries around the world have recognized him as the president of Nigeria. What is the court going to do? As a matter of fact, let me remind you, in 2019, Atiku and Peter Obi, they won the election. But Buhari was given a second tenure to complete his tenure. Okay? Now, that case is still in court today. That case has not been judged. So how now do you feel that they will leave the case of Atiku and Buhari? Buhari have just left power now. Then they come and decide the one of Obi, the one of yesterday, and give it in Obi's favor. Who does that? Which country does that? How can court do that? If it is the right thing, how can court do that? Is it not the same court that gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted? Has the court obeyed the order? So why do you now think that Obi will reclaim his mandate? And even if Obi reclaim his mandate, can Obi stop the Islamization agenda? Can Obi overturn the Islamization agenda that is in full gear in Nigeria today? It's not possible. Mind you, one thing you people don't understand is this. Why will the Nigerian people, why will America, why will UK, why will world powers, those who have influence in world politics, why would they allow a drug baron and a Boko Haram sponsor to contest for election? Why? Even you Nigerians, you that believe in one Nigeria, you that now you believe on the court to return Peter Obi's mandate, all those 1 million judges or SAN or whatever they call them that now came out and say, oh, Obi is going to reclaim his mandate. Yes, he was wrong. He won the election. He wants to reclaim his mandate. Where were they when Tinubu and Shetima became the president? When Tinubu became the flag bearer of APC and Shetima became his running mate? Were they not aware that Tinubu was a drug baron? Or are they not aware that Shetima was is the Boko Haram sponsor? They kept quiet. Everybody kept mute until Tinubu and Shetima ascended the president, and now you want to go and take them to court to tell them, oh, Tinubu was a drug baron, this and that. Is it now that you know that Tinubu was a drug baron or is a drug baron? Or that Shetima is a sponsor of Boko Haram? But all of you kept mute because the Islamization agenda, they don't care. Tinubu is a Muslim. Shetima is a Muslim. They are using Tinubu to continue from where Buhari stopped. If you don't know, Tinubu may be there as a president, but the handlers of Tinubu, the Fulanis, are the one in charge. Shetima are the one in charge. Look at they have just been sworn in, and all of a sudden the prophecy of our leader again came to pass, because our leader told you that once Tinubu become a president, or once Dangote finishes his refinery, that fuel will be selling at 500 naira. That was a prophecy made 2018, that fuel will come to 500 naira per liter. Dangote completed his refinery. Tinubu and Atiku were sworn in. Fuel now skyrocketed to 500 per liter. And you think it's okay? You as an obedient, these are your failures. You have failed Biafrans. You as a Biafran who supported the obedient movement, you have failed as a Biafran. Now that you have failed, what is your next line of action? Are you now coming to us? Are you now coming to support the Biafran Liberation Army? Are you now coming to support Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, and the Biafran Republic government in exile, who had a lot of things bringing to the table to the world about the restoration of Biafra? You as an obedient or one Nigerialist, but you are Igbo. What next? If you don't support Prime Minister Simon or Biafran Republic government in exile, what do you gain? What will be your gain? That the Nigerian you are supporting is not working for you. Are you proud to be a Nigerian? It doesn't matter whether you have the Nigerian passport or not. It doesn't matter. You have to be proud of who you are, where you come from. I am a Biafran. I may be holding Nigerian passport, yes. Okay? By the time we get Biafra, I change my passport. I change it. Okay? Because you have to get your Biafra before you have your passport. So as I want to tell you that is listening, it is time you support the restoration of Biafra. It is time you support Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is the man doing wonders. He is the man in charge right now. As I'm talking to you now, things are happening. Join us. Join the liberation. We are consistent in what we are doing. And you know, in life, consistency is the key to winning. If you are consistent, you will be a winner. We are consistent. We don't change our position depending on the person we are dealing with. No, you have to be You have to be consistent on what you are doing. Assuming that we follow the obedient to say, oh, we all are obedient, and this happened, they deprive Obi of your president, you now come back to say, oh, you want to fight for Biafra. Who will listen to you? Nobody will listen to you. Okay? Nobody will listen to you. That is why we saw it. We saw the handwriting on the wall. We saw what was going to happen. Because we know Nigeria. We know that this is going to happen. And it really happened. So now, what next? You as an obedient, what next? What will be your line of action? Your next line of action is to join the Biafran Liberation Army. You join the Biafran Republic government in exile. Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister. Join the autopilot movement. We are the proud people. We are proud. We are proud to be fighting for the liberation of our people. Okay? We say it how it is. As a Biafran all over the world, you should be proud of who you are. The autopilot are those who are consistent in what they are doing. Just a minute, I'll be back. Today's date is the 6th day of June 2023. And I welcome you to this very broadcast, a continuation of where we stopped from yesterday. Yesterday, we came online, we are on live. We are live before some emergency came up, and I had to attend to the situation. So today I want to complete the broadcast of yesterday. That is why I titled it Part 2. So wherever you are watching me from all over the world, I welcome you, and I say as you come, try to as well like, try to as well share, so that other people can join us in this broadcast. This is reaching you live from my location, and I want to tell you, wherever you are all over the world, you are welcome to this channel. This is a liberation channel, a channel where we speak about Biafra, where we speak about freedom, where we speak about liberty, where we speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We give you first-hand information about the Biafran Liberation Movement that has garnered international support all over the world. We tell you about the Liberation Movement. We tell you about the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, what he's doing, the Biafran Republic government in exile, the timbers of men and caliber that make up that cabinet, what they are doing all over the world. We bring into your notice, we try to educate some of us who don't really know actually what is happening, because everybody say, oh, I'm a Biafran. Biafra is in the heart. Biafra is never in the heart. Biafra is real. As a matter of fact, Biafra was a country for 3 good years. 3 good years. And the whole world rallied round against Biafra. The whole world fought against Biafra to decimate Biafra, but they could not succeed. So if you are a Biafran, don't say that Biafra is in your heart. Biafra is real. Biafra was a country, and you want to redeclare Biafra. And this time around, Biafra is for real. Biafra is for real this time. There is no going back. The men and women chosen by Chukwu Okike Abiama to restore Biafra are here. Those men that God promised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that when the time comes that he will send him men. Those men are here today. So this is a Biafran platform. Nuruddin Kola, you are welcome, brother. As you come in, you like and you share so that other people can as well join. Welcome, welcome. I know you are from Oduduwa Republic. You are a welcome, my brother. Here we speak the truth. We are agents of liberation. We are agents of freedom. And we are all around the world, all over the world, speaking truth to power. We say things as it is. We don't give a damn. Okay? Here we speak the truth at all times. And it is only that truth that will set you free. So here we say it as it is. Welcome, welcome. You can indicate your location wherever you are watching from, so we can as well welcome you specially. My name is David Nnanna, and I'm speaking from my location. You are welcome wherever you are. Here we talk about Biafra. Here we talk about freedom. Here we talk about liberation. Thank you, thank you. Nuruddin Kola, thank you. We tell you the steps being taken for the realization of Biafra. And a lot of things are happening on the ground. You see, if you are not in this movement, you will not know what is actually happening. A lot of people are ignorant of what is actually happening in this liberation movement, what is happening to Biafra restoration, being piloted by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Biafran Republic government in exile members of the cabinet. A lot of men and women have taken it upon themselves as a responsibility to make sure that they join, to make sure that Biafra comes today and tomorrow. And that is exactly how it's supposed to be. If you know what you can do for Biafra to come, do it. This was the admonition of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, everybody, anybody, whosoever you are, if you actually know what you can do to make sure that God's kingdom on earth comes to pass, you should do it. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you are, and it doesn't matter where you come from. Biafra is for everybody. It is not for me alone. It is not for you alone. It is for every one of us. And collectively, when we join hands together, Biafra will come faster than we expected. So wherever you are, all around the world, if you know what you can do, please do it for Biafra to come, because it is only Biafra that can give you peace. It is only Biafra that your potential can be attained. Outside Biafra, my brother, you are nobody. As an African, outside the restoration of Biafra, you will continue to remain a slave to the Westerners, because these are the people who made sure that Africa is underdeveloped. These are the people who is making sure that Africa are not united. The British, the Americans, the Germans, the French, All of them put together, these are the people that is making sure that Africa is underdeveloped. All around Africa, they instigate wars. They instigate tribal wars in Africa in order to make sure that Africa is divided. So it is only the restoration of Biafra that can unite Africa. It is only the restoration of Biafra that can make Africa great. This Pan-Africanism you talk about cannot be attained if Biafra is not realized. Because in Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will rise again. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter which country you are watching from, which country you come from, you join hands to make sure that the liberation of Biafra is a reality. Because when Biafrans are free, you will be free. As a matter of fact, I am a Biafran. And as a Biafran, I'm fanatical about Biafra and the restoration of Biafra. And this is my only little way of supporting the liberation of my people, the liberation of Biafra. So anybody who is a Biafran, wherever you are watching all over the world, I will say that Biafra is in the heart. Everybody are Biafra. No, I disagree with you. Biafra has been a nation, so it is not in the heart. It is not in the mind. What we are trying to do now is the redeclaration of Biafra, either by referendum or by redeclaration. And when we redeclare Biafra, we are going to protect it. When we redeclare Biafra, we are going to defend Biafra. So Biafran all over the world, wherever you are, you should be proud of yourself and support in whatever action is being taken for Biafra to come. Don't sabotage it. Don't blackmail those who are doing everything possible to restore Biafra. What you cannot do and others are doing it, don't sabotage them. Don't be a break in the wheel of progress. What you don't know how to do and somebody else is doing it, it is your job, it is your responsibility to support those who know better than you. Don't be envious of who is doing something. Don't be jealous of who is doing something that you cannot do. Okay? Because when that Biafra come, it is not for that person that is doing it alone. Rather, it's for collective interest of everybody. You and me. So that is why we are creating that awareness. As it stands today, the people who are piloting the affairs of Biafra, that wants Biafra to come, and they are fighting every day 247 to make sure that all the stones that need to be unturned, all the stones that need to be turned are turned for Biafra to come. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Biafra Republic Government in exile cabinets, made up of members of timbers and calibers, professionals all over the world, entrepreneurs, you have engineers, you have doctors. These people have come together to form the Biafra Republic Government in exile. They now talk to government. It is about government to government, letting them understand that Biafran people are ready to go. Biafran people are prepared to exit Nigeria. As a matter of fact, we didn't want to exit Nigeria for the sake of just for exiting Nigeria. No. Nigeria has been killing us since over 1945. Okay? Nigeria declared war on Biafra in 1967. And that war was fought for 3 good years, 3 solid years. Why did this war? Why did they fight war? Why did they declare war against Biafrans? They declared war against Biafra because Ojukwu went to Aburi and negotiated restructuring. General Gowon agreed to this restructuring. And after they celebrated that they have achieved a feat, Gowon, with the British, in connivance with the British, they renegated on this agreement, thereby declaring war against Biafrans. And our eternal leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, with the Biafran warlords, defended Biafra. They fought the whole world for complete 3 good years. Within these 3 good years, a lot of Biafrans were killed. A lot of Biafrans died because the whole world powers was against us. They were against our freedom. They were against our liberation. As a matter of fact, because of the mineral resources coming out from our land that the Nigerian government are giving to them free of charge, they decided to side the Nigerian government in order to exterminate us from the face of the earth. But Biafran people stood very strong and firm to their resolve for victory, for liberation, for liberty. In the course of their defense of Biafra land, a lot of people paid the ultimate price, including women and children that were starved to death. But Biafrans all over the world today, we are stronger and united for this liberation than ever. Despite the war that was brought to us, despite the world powers that fought against us, we stood very firm and strong. We were never defeated. A lot of children died of starvation. A lot of children died of kwashiorkor. But those children have reincarnated today. That is the irony of life. Those children have reincarnated today to still continue from where they left the war in 1967 to 70. And they are now saying never again shall Biafrans be subdued, and we can never be slave in our ancestral lands and ancestral homes. So today I want to continue from the topic of yesterday, the obedient failures. What next? Simon Ekpa, the Biafran Republic government in exile, they are the ones taking charge of Biafran liberation now. Michael Awa, you are welcome. Ejaik, my man, I salute you. Welcome. Wherever you are watching from, just like or share so that other people can come in, so that we have a very, good discussion on the topic we are treating today. From a follow-up to yesterday's broadcast. So a lot of people believed or thought that when they vote P2B as the president of Nigeria, that P2B will be given his mandate. We told them that the election is not about P2B. We told them that P2B is our brother. Yes, we agree, he's an Igbo man. And if P2B become the president of Nigeria, and if P2B is given a free liberty, a free hand to run the affairs of Nigeria, as an Igbo man, that is going to make a difference concerning the pedigrees of other contestants, Atiku, Tinubu, and the which other man, Showore, and the other contestants who were vying for the president of Nigeria. We told them, yes, P2B is a good candidate, but for the fact that Nigeria has never loved an Igbo man, for the fact that Nigerians don't want an Igbo man to be president, that P2B can never smell that office. We told most of our people who are obedient, but they didn't believe us. They castigated us, they called us many names, they carried a lot of propaganda against us, against my person, against autopilot that was declared by our leader in 2020, against Mazi Simon Ekpa. That, if P2B is not allowed to be the president, that they are going to declare Tinubu, or they are going to declare Atiku, that Atiku is going to kill us off, or that Tinubu will kill us off. We told them that whether P2B or no P2B, the agenda has been set, either for Tinubu, either for Atiku, either for Kwakwanzo. Any one of them that came in as the president, they have an agenda to complete. That P2B is not going to make a difference. We became enemies to most of our Biafran brothers. Biafran brothers, those who don't see far, those who are short-sighted. You know, because there is in Igbo adage, we used to say that what elders sat down to see far, that elders what they sat down to see far, that a young one, a young man or a young woman, young ones, even when they climb the highest Iroko tree, that they cannot see that. Even the elders that gave us this adage fell victim of the same adage. A lot of our elders, they did everything possible. They even placed bounty on Mazi Simon Ekpa. They have to go to the Finnish embassy in Abuja. They have to write some blackmailing letters, some propaganda letters against Simon Ekpa for saying that there will be no election in Nigeria. Despite all these shenanigans, despite all this blackmail, we stood very strong because we know what we stood for. We know what we stand for. We know that this is actually what is going to happen. We know that even if Obi win, he was not going to be given the presidency. We know the game, we have already seen Nigeria from the beginning. We predict Nigeria. We can say what Nigeria can do tomorrow. As a matter of fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ohamadike I, foresaw these prophecies. He told us that Igbo man will never be allowed to rule Nigeria. In 2015, he even made a prophecy that after Buhari, Tinubu will be handed over power. He even told you and I that if Dangote finishes the refinery, that fuel will be costing Nigerians above 500 naira per liter. Today, you can now attest to that every prophecy, or you call it prediction, every prediction Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made have come to pass. Number one, was Tinubu not given the presidency even if he did not win? Number two, was P2B allowed to be the president even as you people are saying that he won? Another prophecy come fulfilled. Has Dangote not finished his refinery? After the swearing in of Tinubu and Shetima, how much is fuel costing in Nigeria now? Above 500 naira per liter. These are prophecies. These are sequence of prophecies that have been fulfilled, that have come to pass, that was prophesied by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was way back before he was kidnapped and renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria. But all our obedient brothers never believed. They said that, oh, autopilot is nothing, that Simon Ekpa is Nigeria government is sponsoring Simon Ekpa, that Tinubu is paying him, that Ohaneze, Umahi have paid him to disrupt the election of P2B. All these things were propaganda. We are blackmails against Mazi Simon Ekpa. In all this, autopilot stood very strong. Mazi Simon Ekpa stood very strong. And today, the rest is history. And we begin to ask you now, even some people, some obedient, are still fighting sit at home. Now you look as a full-blooded Biafran. Think about this. Assuming Simon Ekpa and autopilots, they joined in the Obi campaign, assuming Simon Ekpa and all Biafrans all over the world join hands to say, okay, let us vote P2B, and eventually P2B was not allowed to be the president of Nigeria, what are you going to do now that P2B have been disappointed? Now that you as an obedient, you have been disappointed. Despite all the noise you obedient made on the social media, oh, you are going to defend your vote. If Nigeria did not give it to P2B, Nigeria will be burned into ashes. You turn it to flames. You put this, you do this, you do that. And we reminded them about the answers. What happened? Now that all these things have come and gone, obedient, you that is an obedient watching, I'm asking you, what next? Odete, Palete, you are welcome. Benvindo. You can like, you can share, so that other people can see the notification and come online. So now that obedient have failed you, now the Nigerian project have failed you, you as a Biafran, wherever you are all over the world, what is your next line of action? What is your next line of action? I'm asking you, an obedient. A new Nigeria, you are a Biafran. Your great-grandfathers fought to restore Biafra. They died restoring Biafra. You that are supposed to continue from where they stopped. You said you prefer one Nigeria that is killing you. You said it is the one Nigeria that you prefer. The one Nigeria is killing you, destroying your properties in Lagos, in all over Nigeria, in the northern Nigeria, destroying that which you paid with your money, destroying your own economy. You brought out your money to buy land in Lagos. You build your mansions, you build your businesses in Lagos, you pay through your nose in Lagos, and in a twinkle of an eye, the government will come and destroy your property and your businesses without any tangible reason for that. And besides, you will not be compensated for destroying your property. In all this, you still insist in one Nigeria. And I tell you, what next that now one Nigeria has disappointed you? You have business in Lagos, you have in Abeokuta, you have in